Research finds that as a group, only men pay taxes. Well, of course, that's true. Why wouldn't it be? What else is new in this backwards, upside down world? Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate everybody supporting my work. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribing. Click the notification bell so that you can get updates when I post things. I am extremely busy this week. I have not posted things. If you are one of my fans, I apologize. This is going to be the only video I get out this week. I just got so much going on right now. I don't have any time to get more videos out. But let's get into this. I guess it's an infographic. It's not really an article. It's like a one-page thing here. So, legions of womanists will ferociously type, smash the patriarchy at their internet rallies, calling out for the end of the male supremacy in all spheres of life. Yet few of them acknowledge the fact that one of these spheres, the government, is entirely funded by male taxpayers. Economically, women cost more to the state than they benefit. The government is literally paying women to be alive. As such, strong, independent women are only that way because the state is transferring money from men to them. Wominists are not seriously against being dependent on men. They're just against men having the full control over their money. Yeah, if women actually knew this, they wouldn't believe it, first off, if they saw this. But furthermore, if they knew this, they would have no leg to stand on. Their whole ideology would crumble. And we all know that the fact is that men pay for everything anyway. So, the real gender gap, the tax gap. While 77 cents for a dollar wage gap has been under the spotlight for the past years, the 200 cents for a dollar tax gap has, to my knowledge, never been mentioned, at least not by our supreme womanist leaders, Barack Obama and Justin Trudeau. Now, this article might be a few years old. Looks like 2010, maybe. I don't know. The quick glimpse at the data reveals a massive difference in taxes paid by men and women. Wow, look at this here. So men are up here paying on average around the age 50. They're paying over just over $16,000 in taxes, whereas women at age 50 pay about $7,000. So men are paying more than twice what women are paying. Now, this is exacerbated by the fact that look here, we got who pays for dates, following versus challenging gender norms. Chivalry dictates that on a date, the man pays, whereas egalitarian ideals suggest that gender should not determine who pays. We examine the extent to which people embrace or reject these competing notions. Unmarried heterosexual participants, wow, they had over 17,000 people participating in this, reported their behaviors and attitudes regarding who does and who should pay for dates on a survey posted on NBCnews.com. Although most men, 74%, and women, 83%, report that both members of the couple contribute to dating expenses after dating for 6 months, most men, 84%, and women, 58%, report that men still pay more expenses. So men pay more in the relationship. Many women, 39%, wished men would reject their offers to pay, and 44% of women were bothered when men expected women to help pay. That's telling. Many women, however, were bothered when men won't accept their money, 40%. Nearly 2/3 of men, 64%, believed that women should contribute to. Nearly half of men, 44%, said they would stop dating a woman who never pays. Nevertheless, the majority of men said they feel guilty when accepting women's money, 76%. These data illustrate how many people are resisting or conforming to traditional gender norms in one telling aspect of dating that historically was related to males displaying benevolent sexism, dominance, and ability to fulfill breadwinner role during courtship. Yeah, this is so, they're so brainwashed, they don't get this. They're displaying benevolent sexism by showing dominance and the ability to fill the breadwinner role. Somebody has to bring home the bacon. Somebody has to raise the children. It just makes good sense that the man brings home the bacon and the woman raises the children. We have another article here about dating. Who pays on a date? That's still a complicated question. While there's no dating script these days, both men and women are often uncomfortable when women offers to pay. Yep. So men pay more taxes and they pay for dates. And they pay in the relationships too. What do you know? The first thing that comes to mind is that half of women might be at home raising kids. Yeah, they might be at home raising kids. That's why men pay more taxes. However, the workforce participation rate gap between men and women doesn't seem to exceed 10% in either age group. The second thing that may come to mind as a confounding factor is that women spend more for children and education and health. Nope, no support for that either. Men and women spend approximately the same amount in both education and health. In nearly all age groups, women receive more tax than they give, with the exception of the age group between 45 and 59, 15-year span. Women cost more to the state than the tax they provide. In contrast, men generate more tax revenue than they cost between the age of 23 and 65. That's a 43-year span. In the brief period in which women generate more or as much tax money than they consume, men outscore them by at least 3 times. All right, so this chart here, net fiscal impact per capita by gender and age group. So we can see here, this is that 15-year span they were talking about in red right here, where women are maybe paying more in taxes than they're taking out. Men start way down here and go way over here, pay just a lot more in general. By the end of her life, the average woman will have a negative fiscal impact of $150,000. By large, the cumulative tax money given to women outweighs the tax money generated by women. The short period of positive impact of women between 45 and 59 is countered by 65 other years in which their allocated tax expenditure is more than what they supply the state. Men, on the other hand, appear to have a positive cumulative net fiscal impact from approximately 40 until 80 years of age. For these particular taxes and public expenditures, the net fiscal incidence on men is approximately 0 when accumulated over all ages. Look at this. Men, right here, look at this. Way up here. Women are way down here in their generation. $50,000. Women cost $50,000 when they're 39. Overall, the research suggests that male taxpayers are the only ones to even have a positive contribution in taxes. Based on figure 17, the closest that the average woman will come to having a positive fiscal incident is when she is at minus 50, around 55 years of age. While feminists are demonizing men for benefiting from all liberties and rights they have constructed, they have oddly remained silent over the fact that anonymous male taxpayers are paying women to exist. Read that sentence again, right. So they're saying here that men have all these rights that we've made so we can dominate society, but women have more rights. We've talked about this in many videos. Women have more legal rights than men do. Look at the draft. Look at circumcision. Look at child custody laws. All these things, women have greater rights than men do. The fact that womanists have a stronger government is not a coincidence. While historically women had to choose a wealthy husband for resources, they can now stay single, be lesbians, marry a poor man, or use the sperm bank, and the state will still transfer male taxes to them. Increasingly, within 10 years of women's suffrage, the government doubled their tax revenue and expenditure in the USA. Of course. And the little image here says it's the girl. If you're not watching, it's the girl the We Can Do It girl, rolling up her sleeve to make the automobiles. It says, taxpayers can do it. Yep. And let's take a look at what else men pay. We saw that they pay on dates and they pay in relationships. What about alimony? Breadwinning women are driving alimony reform. Yeah, they don't want to pay it, so they're changing the laws. When men wanted to change these laws, no, you're just being selfish, mean, and rude. How dare you? You just want to take stuff away from women. When women want to do it, no, they're empowered. Down here, alimony, otherwise known as spousal support or maintenance, is an ongoing payment by the higher earning spouse to the lower earning one. It has changed and shifted over the 40 years since the Supreme Court ruled that it had to be applied equally to both genders, yet it is still heavily weighted towards men paying women. Only 3% of around 400,000 alimony recipients are male, according to the 2010 census, up 0.5% since 2000. Recipients claimed $9.2 million in tax and payments in 2013 on their tax returns. So what's 3% of 400,000? 12,000 out of that 400,000? Great. It's probably higher than that now, but even if it's doubled, if it's 6%, that's still not the majority. Even if it's tripled, 9%. If it's quadrupled, 12%. That's not the majority by any stretch. Women are still the primary recipients of alimony by far. What about, I don't know, dads? This article, Dads Divorce. Dads represent 85% of child support providers and pay more than females do. Yeah, this article was really interesting. It says right here, even in the rare instance where the mother is ordered to pay child support, courts are not ordering women to pay as much as male providers. Annual child support payments average $5,450 from male providers and $3,500 from female providers, nearly 56% less. Yeah, men pay more in child support, and more often men are paying child support. Men pay for children, men pay alimony, men pay in their relationship and in dating. And now we're paying all the taxes too. We've been paying all the taxes because, why would women want to pay any taxes? I came across something interesting when I was looking through all these things. I found this article here, The Good Men Project, the problem of men's rights and child support. We can roll down here and we'll take a look. It's right here. Divorce forums are full of men complaining about child support. I understand that it's a burden. The debt can't be discharged and you can get thrown in the slammer if you don't pay. And losing a job is a big problem. However, it's more troubling that so many children live in poverty following divorce. According to the latest census report, 29% of children living with a single parent lived in poverty versus 19% from all other households. Okay. This is a men's article. This is for the Good Men Project. And they're so brainwashed with this that they don't see the problem with this statistic. And this is the problem right here. In 1950, 5% of children were born to unmarried women. In 2012, it's over 40%, and it's probably higher now in 2021. And they want to say this is a problem for men, that 29% of children are being raised in poverty when they're being raised by a single parent. Who is having the children out of wedlock? Who's in charge of who has children? I have very little say in who has children because I am male. Women get to have all the selection. They say, I want to have babies with him. I want to have babies with him. If a woman doesn't want to have babies with you, you're never going to have babies with her. It's that simple, unless you force it, which is, of course, illegal and highly immoral. So these people are so brainwashed. Even these people are supposedly in support of men and men's problems. They don't see that it's really women causing these problems. So the world's gone insane. I found this infographic and I thought it would be interesting to share that, hey, look, men pay for everything in our culture, in our society. There's just no hope. Women need men like fish needs water, apparently, because without us, they'd all be starving to death in the streets. Anyway, that's all I got for this time. Thanks again for stopping by. Don't forget to click on that like button before you dip out. It only takes a second, and I'll see you in the next video.